Do not move to McDonough, Georgia before you watch this video. So if you are thinking about packing up the family and moving to McDonough, Georgia, getting your pets, rerouting your whole life, your kids, whoever, you need this information first. Now, before I get into it, if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I am Nakia Warner of Pink Sands Group. I am McDonough's favorite realtor, and I specialize in helping families make a smart move to McDonough, Georgia and the surrounding areas. So as we get into this, if you guys, love honest real estate advice, relocation tips, behind the scenes information about what's going on in our area, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notifications. We do new videos every single week. Home tours, real estate tips, all that good stuff. Now let's talk about what McDonough is really like today and how different it is from what it really used to be, because a lot has changed, you guys. So McDonough has really changed over the years. When I first came here, I was about 19 years old, and it was just country. It was farmland, open space, quiet roads, small town energy. Life was slower, people waved at each other, traffic was not a thing. That's when I worked at the Amazon plant off Highway 155, just a dead zone. And that's why I laugh at people when they say, McDonough's just too busy now. Because if you knew what it used to be, you really understand the difference. Like I said, when I was about 19, I worked at the Amazon plant. And if you guys know where 155 is, that's kind of deep in McDonough before Locust Grove, and it was just a warehouse there. It was nothing else there on that road. It was dark. I don't even think it was street lights. It was crazy. I remember driving at night, like no street lights, no traffic, just country roads, farmland, and quiet. 9-year-old in my little red Mitsubishi Mirage, ride in the dark. It felt like we were driving into the middle of nowhere. That's how rural McDonough used to be. Now we fast forward to today. Oh my goodness. And that same drive looks completely different. We've got packed roads, constant construction, new neighborhoods everywhere, shopping centers, restaurants, people moving here from all over the country. McDonough is actually now one of the fastest growing cities in Metro Atlanta. Let me repeat that. Fastest growing in Metro Atlanta. Some people absolutely love it. Some people miss the old days and hate the traffic. The traffic is crazy, but it depends on where you're coming from. But either way, growth is here to stay, guys. It's not changing, I'm sorry. And growth, you know what, comes with traffic. So let's talk about it, because I'm not gonna sugarcoat the whole traffic part. Traffic in McDonough can be very challenging, especially if you commute north on I-75. Morning rush hour, evening rush hour, school traffic, accidents, the big rigs, it all adds up. We have express lanes, and when they first came out, everyone was kind of excited, like, oh yeah, express lanes. And we thought they were gonna solve a problem. Guess what? Here's the truth. They don't. Everybody hates them. If you don't understand how they'll work, they can be a real nuisance and make your drive really, really stressful because they are interchangeable. I thought they were going to be interchangeable like the ones on 78, but no, you can't just jump off and on whenever you want. Some exits are actually blocked and restricted. Miss your exit, guess what? You might be riding another 20 or 30 minutes. Not fun at all. When you're trying to get home, trying to get to the kids' soccer game, got to get to an elderly parent, whatever, it's a nuisance. So if you're moving here, you really need to learn the express lanes, get a peach pass because they can be helpful, but learn the back roads and the back roads. And I heard that they're going to be redoing the express lanes to make them better. I hope it's true. It's supposed to be this multi-million, billion-dollar project that's coming. Hopefully they get it right this time. Now, if you're coming from a major city, you might think this is nothing like California or somewhere. Even up at Gwinnett is crazy. But if you're coming from a small town, this is going to be an adjustment. So just be prepared. And like I said, learn the back roads. And let me say this too, because nobody talks about this part enough. The traffic just doesn't affect your commute. It affects your lifestyle. When you've got things to do, it can affect you. I have clients that move here thinking, oh, it's only 30 minutes to Atlanta. That's true. In about 2 weeks, they're like, oh my goodness, Nakia, I was in the car for a whole hour and 15 minutes trying to get to the city. Depends on the time of day, depends on what's going on. That drive can add up. That's time away from your kids, time away from your spouse, time away from yourself. So when you choosing where you live and live in McDonough, you really got to think about where you work, where your kids go to school, The things that you like to do in your daily routine, what does that look like? And to be honest, it's traffic all over Atlanta because the right neighborhood, it can save you some time each week. So maybe make sure you guys are thinking about those things. And the wrong decision can stress you out. So make sure you're making one wisely. Another major thing families ask me about are the schools. Well, you'll hear, oh, the Ola cluster, oh, Union Grove, oh, Dutchtown. I hear those all the time. People ask about those for whatever reason. They're popular schools. But I always tell my clients, here's something that a lot of people don't know. Do your research. Don't just ask one person. Do your research. One of my favorite sites is niche.com and greatschools.org. You can look up rankings, reviews, safety, academic performance, diversity. It gives you the full picture. And here's something that surprises a lot of people. Believe it or not, some schools in Clayton County, Georgia are actually performing better than some of the Henry County schools as far as SAT scores, reading, things like that. So guys, like I said, do your research on niche and greatschools.com. And some of the magnet programs in Clayton County is what I was speaking of. You can actually enroll your kids or register your kids for those magnet programs like a lottery by paying a small fee. So you've got to go to the Clayton County Magnet School website. Even if you live in Henry County, go to their site. They have, I think, twice a year where you can go in and register. If you're accepted, then your child can go to one of those magnet schools. Like I said, you do pay a small fee because you live out of the county, but that is definitely an option. So definitely look into the magnet programs in Clayton County. Do your research, see what all your options are so you can make an informed decision. And I want to be honest about something else when it comes to these schools. A good school is different for every single family. Some parents care more about test scores. Some care about sports, football, soccer, all that good stuff. Some care about arts. Some care about safety. And some even care about the class size. I work with many families who choose one school cluster and later realize it was not a good fit for their child. So that's okay. You know, you want to think of these things when you're doing your research because the goal is not the perfect school. The goal is finding the school and the right environment for your child to grow if you're researching schools. That's why I always, encourage parents to tour schools, talk to other parents, and really do their homework. A lot of these mom groups, you can get a lot of information. Clayton County moms and dads, McDonough moms, my favorite. So now let's talk about the food because McDonough is honestly overwhelmed with breakfast spots. Look, there's so many, I can't even say it right. And it really is like a thing in Metro Atlanta. Brunch here, brunch there, it's like a gazillion breakfast spots. So we have really become like the brunch capital of the world. That's what it seems like to me. Everybody's got a brunch spot now and they're all not good. But my favorite breakfast spot in the area is Eggs Up Grill. It used to be 2 Eggs, but Eggs Up Grill has just kind of changed the game for me. It's updated, it's fresh, it's spacious. They have a huge menu. And I always say it's like Waffle House meets modern brunch. And if you live in North Henry, you don't have to fight traffic to go to the McDonough location because guess what? There's one in Morrow, Georgia off the Mount Zion exit. Little hidden secret there, nice and quiet. If you go early, if you go after 10 o'clock or 11, it's crazy. So that's a good option too. Also in McDonough, we also have cigar bars popping up, which a lot of people do enjoy. We've got a few of those. And one of the biggest changes recently are the bridges at Jodico. Oh my goodness. This is a major mixed-use development with shopping, dining, apartments, homes, entertainment. It's right next to, in that Costco Plaza. And it has a Sprouts now. I love Sprouts. If you guys have been watching my videos, you saw my video about Sprouts. We love it. It's a big deal for a lot of people because for a long time, McDonough did not have a true organic and healthy grocery option. We're hoping for Trader Joe's, but right now we have Sprouts. Between that new development, the whole area has truly been transformed. So we love Bridges at Jodico. You've got breakfast spot. You've got a couple of restaurants. You've got First Watch. You've got a restaurant with those ramen bowls coming. Is great. But another thing that we have in McDonough is a lot of parks, recreation, activity centers. Great if you have kids or animals. We love J.P. Mosley Park, North Mount Carmel Park, Clark Park. Those are all of our favorites. And of course, Southern Belle, it's a must if you have children or you want to go on your own because they've got strawberry picking, lots of fruit, strawberry season, peach season, fall activities, animals, desserts, the peach cobbler. You have to have it. It's a family tradition for a lot of people here, especially me. As a mom myself, I can honestly enjoy raising my kids in this area. We spent so much time at Southern Belle. We went every single summer. That was our thing. So here, you get space, you get community, you get access to activities without being in the middle of the big city. So one thing I also want to mention is the community. Yes, the community. So McDonough still has a pretty strong sense of community, even with all the growth. Like I said, one of my favorite examples of this is the McDonough Moms Facebook group. I love that group. If you haven't join the McDonough Moms Facebook group if you're thinking about moving to this area. Or if you're new to the area, that group will save your life. You can find referrals for pediatricians, dentists, tutors, hairstylists, babysitters, everything in between. You'll see moms, they'll post like play dates, meetups, school events, sports signups, camps for the summer, local activities, and we actually get together and do stuff. Brunch, coffee, walking. So if you need recommendations or just want to feel connected, that group really helps get you guys plugged in. I've seen so many families build real friendships through it. I've met so many clients in that mom group, and we just love working together. And it really matters when you're relocating because, having that sense of community is helpful when you're new to an area. Now let's talk about home prices and value in 2026. Home prices have gone up everywhere, and McDonough is no exception. The days of getting, a house on like an acre of land for say, $250,000 is pretty much over. Because the average price point like 2016 used to be like $170,000. Now the average price point is like $350,000. So right now you're looking like in the mid 300s on the lower end, 400s for really move-in ready nice homes, and 500,000 or more for the larger homes, bigger lots. We've got new construction, a variety of price ranges. You have some like in the mid threes, like the townhomes, and you can go up to 700,000 for new construction communities. So the higher price point, you get bigger homes, bigger yards, more storage, more parking. But one thing about this area, you get a lot of value for your money compared to other areas that are north of Atlanta. So if you buy smart and have the right strategy, you can still do very well here. And that's where having the right realtor really matters. Every single neighborhood is different. Every builder is different. Every resale area is different from one neighborhood to the next. Online prices, they just do not tell the whole story. So if you're serious about, moving to the McDonough area, this is my biggest piece of advice for you. Don't guess. Don't rush. Don't rely on Google. Don't rely on TikTok. I know we love TikTok, but hey, it gets a limit there. Talk to someone who knows the area, who knows the real estate market. My goal is to help you make a smart move to McDonough, not just a quick, fast one. So many people have made a fast move here and have called me and said, man, I gotta move. I regret where I picked the area. I didn't do enough research, things like that. So if you have questions, drop them in the comments. If you want my relocation guide, send me a message that says McDonough. And if this video has helped you, make sure to like it, subscribe, and share with someone who's thinking about moving to the area. Thank you so much for watching our video. I hope it was helpful. If you want to get more information and keep watching, we got another video. Just click watch the next video. Happy shopping.